Battle for 2024 intensifies. India Bloc holds a mega rally in the national capital. Opposition targeted the Modi government with its motto, Loktantra Bachao. Now, this comes days after Delhi Chief Minister's arrest by the Enforcement Directorate. Kejriwal's wife, Sunita Kejriwal, and Hemant Soren's wife, Kalpana Soren, also spoke at the rally, attacking the BJP.
Opposition's mega show of strength. India Bloc joins hands.
अगर हिंदुस्तान में मैच फिक्सिंग का चुनाव बीजेपी जीते तो इस पूरे देश में आग लगने जा रही है.
Ramlila Maidan in Delhi saw opposition leaders from across the country coming together and mounting a fierce attack on the BJP. The rally comes days after Arvind Kejriwal's arrest by ED in Delhi liquor policy case. Sunita Kejriwal, wife of the jailed Delhi Chief Minister, and Kalpana Soren, wife of Jharkhand's ex-Chief Minister Hemant Soren, attended the rally. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi launched a scathing attack on the BJP and Prime Minister Modi, accusing the Saffron Party and the Prime Minister of match-fixing in the LS polls. He also accused BJP of browbeating opposition to win the polls.
हमारी टीम में से मैच शुरू होने से पहले 2 खिलाड़ियों को अरेस्ट करके अंदर कर दिया. ये जो चुनाव हो रहा है, नरेंद्र मोदी जी इस चुनाव में मैच फिक्सिंग करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं.
Sunita Kejriwal addressed the rally and read out Kejriwal's message to the nation. She also read out 6 promises made by Kejriwal.
ये बीजेपी वाले ये कह रहे हैं कि केजरीवाल जी जेल में हैं, इन्हें इस्तीफा देना चाहिए. क्या केजरीवाल जी को इस्तीफा देना चाहिए? क्या उन्हें इस्तीफा देना चाहिए?
Jailed former Chief Minister Hemant Soren's wife, Kalpana Soren, attacked the BJP alleging misuse of agencies.
2 महीने पहले इसी दिन 31 जनवरी को हेमंत जी को जेल में डाला गया. 2 महीने से जेल में है. अरविंद केजरीवाल जी पिछले 10 दिनों से जेल में है. आज तक आरोप साबित नहीं कर पाए हैं कि किस लिए इतने दिनों तक उन्हें रखा गया है.
While AAP said the rally was to protest the arrest of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Congress said that the protest was not person-specific, leading to confusion.
मोदी तो डेमोक्रेसी नहीं चाहते, वो हमेशा तानाशाही के विचारधारा वाले हैं.
मैं पूरे देश को आह्वान करना चाहता हूं कि एक व्यक्ति और एक पार्टी की सरकार देश के लिए खतरनाक हो गई है और अब वो समय आया है कि एक पार्टी और एक व्यक्ति की सरकार नहीं चलेगी.
दुनिया में भारत का सम्मान होता था, आज वही दुनिया में भारत की अगर सबसे ज्यादा थू-थू किसी ने कराई है तो वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग हैं.
Meanwhile, Bengal Chief Minister and TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee took a jibe at the alliance, saying in Bengal the BJP is hand in glove with the left and Congress.
To Bangladesh, CPM Congress BJP আমাদের বিরুদ্ধে লড়াই করছে. CPM কে ভোট দেয়া মানে BJP কে ভোট দেয়া, কংগ্রেস কে ভোট দেয়া মানে BJP কে ভোট দেয়া, আর একটা লেজুর পার্টি মুসলিম পার্টি হয়েছে, সেটাকে ভোট দেয়া মানে BJP কে ভোট দেয়া.
The India Bloc has sent out a message of unity with its massive show of strength. But how long will the unity last? With Amit Bhardwaj, Ashutosh Mishra and Rahul Gautam in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, during his mega rally in Meerut, Prime Minister Modi slammed the Congress over its decision to hand over the strategic Kachchateev island to Sri Lanka, accusing the party of weakening the country's integrity and interests. Listen in.
ये द्वीप सुरक्षा की दृष्टि से बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है. देश आजाद हुआ तब हमारे पास था और ये हमारे भारत का अभिन्न अंग रहा है, लेकिन कांग्रेस ने 4-5 दशक पहले कह दिया कि ये द्वीप तो गैर जरूरी है, फालतू है, यहां तो कुछ होता ही नहीं है। और ये कहते हुए मां भारती का एक अंग आजाद भारत में ये कांग्रेस के लोगों ने, इंडिया अलायंस के साथियों ने मां भारती का एक अंग काट दिया।
Joining us this evening, Guru Prakash Paswan, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Mudit Agarwal, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us over this discussion. Mr. Agarwal, I'll come across to you first. There was a great money shot from Ramlila Maidan. All opposition parties, all the top leaders on stage, joining hands, raising hands. Is this, you believe, the way that the opposition has galvanized itself as a one front, as a united front to take on the Bharatiya Janata Party, and a party which is hell-bent on breaching the 400 paar mark? They've set themselves a very high target. Can this united front take on the NDA?
See, India Alliance is in alliance with people of India to defeat this authoritarian Modi government. The way this government is ransacking democracy, there is no parallel in Indian history of the same. Look at electoral bonds, the biggest scam in India, where companies have, in a way, it's an extortion racket. Companies are raided and they give money to BJP. Look at misuse of ED, CBI. Candidates are announced, ED raids are done overrun. Look at arrest of 2 CMs. Look at freezing of Congress's account. Suddenly you found 3,000 crore, over 3,000 crores of liability and notices you have given to Congress, because you want to cripple opposition, because you don't want them to get a fair chance at fighting these elections. This is what BJP is doing. Look, what do you mean by democracy? Even Mr. Putin in Russia says it's a democracy. Even Pakistan says it's a democracy. Only holding of elections is not democracy. Democracy is run by fair running of democracies, which are free and away from fear. Okay. But this government is controlling institutions, and this is no way of running democracy. We don't want democracy like Russia. We don't want democracy like Pakistan. We want democracy what India used to have before Mr. Modi was there. This is no way of running a country, and people of India are rising along with India Alliance, and they are going to make sure the authoritarian government is defeated on these polls. This is what
Mr. Paswan, would you like to come in on that? What the Congress is saying that, I'll come back to you, Mr. Agarwal. What the Congress is saying that we don't want a democracy, quote unquote, like the one that Mr. Putin is running in Russia, or the democracy, quote unquote, in Pakistan. It's a fixed match, is what Rahul Gandhi said when he said that you're putting leaders in jail, you're freezing the bank accounts of others. Aapne to match hi fix kar di.
Match fixing se to jeetna chahte hain.
Paulmi, I think this is clearly beyond our comprehension. Paulmi, did you ask me the question?
No,
sorry.
It's for Mr.
Yeah,
Paswan.
so he was
Mr.
lecturing
Agarwal,
on
please hold
democracy
on.
and he's not willing to let other people speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you thank you so much, Paulmi. So they lecture on democracy, but they don't have the patience and grace to listen to other people. Point number one. So talking of the rally, which is being touted as a mega rally, who were the speakers of the rally? Wife of Arvind Kejriwal, wife of Hemant Soren, son of Lalu Prasad Yadav, son of Mulayam Singh Yadav, son of Farooq Abdullah, son of Rajiv Gandhi, son of Sonia Gandhi, daughter of Rahul Gandhi. So the sons and daughters of the opposition parties, they are claiming to save the Indian democracy. That has to be the biggest joke of 21st century. What it seemed to the people of India, what it seemed as an outsider to me, it was like a weekend get-together at the Delhi Gymkhana Club of the Indian political elite establishment. ये लोग तो लंच करने आए थे. Lutyens Delhi वाले, 10 जनपद वाले, they came together for a lunch and they decided let us have a rally as well. So Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, who is in jail currently, is now a very strange, बहुत ही विचित्र व्यक्तित्व हो गए हैं. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is the same person who started India against corruption from the same Ramlila Maidan about 10 years ago. Today, he is the same person who is being responsible for India for corruption. So it's a big journey from India against corruption to India for corruption. Today was nothing but a complicated mixture of dynastocracy and corruption. Nothing beyond that. Who is Arvind Kejriwal? I want to ask my friend from the Congress party. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is no one but a sophisticated version of Lalu Prasad Yadav, who was also handing over the baton to his wife when he went to the jail, and also Mr. Shahabuddin, who wanted to run Siwan from jail. So Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is the perfect combination and a sophisticated version of a combination of Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav and Mohammad Shahabuddin. And today we saw the sons and daughters of India coming together to save democracy. This has to be the biggest joke of 21st century. And my friend from the Congress party was talking about Indian history. I was going through this book. Congress leader Bhajan Lal in 1975 said कि ये इलेक्शन का झंझट हटाते हैं और परमानेंटली इंदिरा गांधी को देश का प्रधानमंत्री बना देते हैं. So Congress party today is being considered as the linchpin for saving the Indian democracy. Nothing can be a bigger joke than this. The party that is responsible for emergency, the party that is responsible for suspending democratically elected government in more than 55 states is today lecturing on democracy. Congress party and the entire India Alliance political establishment must listen to this fact. They must get used to the fact that democracy has now decentralized. For the first time in the history of our country, we have a woman from tribal community at the highest constitutional office in the country. And the Congress party and the India Alliance cannot digest the fact. The Congress party cannot digest the fact that a person from an humble origin, a chai wala, has risen.
I think monologue has gone for too far. I think
it's prime minister in the history of our
Yeah,
country.
okay. Yes,
Congress
Mr.
party
Paswan,
cannot
yes,
digest the
you've
fact.
made your point. You've
Congress
made your
party
point. You're
bardasht
saying
nahi
that
kar
there is
sakta.
no democracy. This
It's a
is a
debate.
party which, in fact, imposed emergency in the past. Mr.
Can I say
Agarwal,
something?
he says that this is about dynasticracy. The fact is that there are sons and daughters. You're talking about democracy. Where is the democracy within these political parties when you're only furthering the interests of your own family, each party that was on stage over there?
So who is son of Mr. Rajnath? I believe he's MLA from UP. Son of Mrs. Vasundhara Raje Scindia. Who is he? He's not a dynast. Son of Mr. Anurag Thakur, son of Mr. Dhumal, who was their chief minister. Who is he? Then look at their allies. Mr. Ajit Pawar is who? He is nephew of Sharad Pawar. That's not dynasty. Look at their new alliance, TDP. Who is he? Chandrababu Naidu, his son-in-law.
Mr. Paswan, how do you respond to that? Is there no dynasty in the NDA? Is there no dynasty in the NDA? He cited several examples. Mr. Agarwal, he cited several examples. Fair enough, Mr. Paswan will respond to that.
Other issues also. And whole monologue about what they have done. What have you done for last 10 years? Economic growth is going down. China has occupied our territory. We have not been able to give
Just a
jobs.
moment, Mr. Paswan. Let him complete. Let him complete the point you're making.
And you are talking about, I mean, you are just going on and on and on with your charade.
Okay, Mr. Paswan.
So yeah, I patiently listened to my friend from the Congress party. So let me make this very clear and let me ask him, you and your viewers a question tonight. You give me one instance, you give me one example since 1952 in Bharatiya Janasangh or Bharatiya Janata Party where a father and a son or a father and daughter has become the president of either Bharatiya Janasangh or the Bharatiya Janata Party since 1952. I want to ask you tonight. National president, you won't be able to name. State president of Bharatiya Janata Party, you won't be able to name. You give me one. Paul me ऐसे नहीं होता debate.
नहीं, आप कर लो, आप point complete कर लो.
No, when you don't have facts on your side. No, I have a very simple question. No, my friend is making an allegation of dynastocracy in the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'm throwing an open challenge in front of him. I'm throwing an open challenge. I want to ask your viewers tonight. You give me one example where a father and son has become the national president of the Bharatiya Janasangh or the Bharatiya Janata Party since 1952 to 2024. You won't be able to name. You give me one instance where state president has become a father or a son. You won't be able to name. You give me one instance where prime minister of father and son has become. Once father completes his tenure, the son will automatically come and sit on that chair. You give me one instance where a father and son has become chief minister of any state. When you hold any position of power within the party, Mr. Tejasvi Yadav. So for Mr. Lalu Yadav, his daughter will go to Rajya Sabha, his wife will go to Legislative Council, his one son will become the health minister, his other son will become the deputy chief minister. This is your idea of social justice. This is your idea of democracy. This is just beyond my comprehension. They must realize the fact that the Indian democracy has now decentralized. अब देश 10 जनपद से नहीं चलेगा.
Okay, let's move away for a moment. From the dynasty charge that each of you are making against each other. Mr. Agarwal, I have a question for you. Mr. Agarwal. My question to you is a simple one, sir. Yes, like I said at the start of this debate itself, there was a great money shot that we saw in the form of all opposition leaders of the India Bloc standing on stage, sir, and everyone was there, I believe, but except for 1 or 2 lakh. Mamata Banerjee was not there. She was sent her representatives. But the fact of the matter is, sir, is this a united front? Mamata Banerjee, if I speak of her, she addresses a rally in Krishnanagar and says BJP, left and Congress have come together to defeat us. Left and Congress, alleged partners of the TMC in the India Bloc. Uddhav Thackeray, he announces his candidates unilaterally. Sharad Pawar is upset. The Congress is upset as well. Mallikarjun Kharge, your Congress chief, makes an appeal from stage while speaking and makes an appeal to the Aam Aadmi Party saying Punjab mein saath ladte hain when AAP has already decided they're going to contest all 13 Lok Sabha seats all by itself. Is this a united front, sir?
So firstly, I concede your right to be unfair because you never gave me a chance to answer Mr. Guru Prakash's questions because he
I'm not being unfair, sir. You made a charge. He answered the charge. We're moving away from that point, sir. I'm asking you a completely different question.
I will answer that.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if you can stop interrupting, I'll answer that question, but I'll answer what Guru Prakash was saying first. You see, I mentioned all the examples of dynasty in BJP. He kept quiet on that. Let's talk about president of BJP. Okay, have there ever been elections in BJP to elect their president? Never ever it has happened. It's happened in Congress. We are a democratic party and our Congress workers have a right to choose their president. We had elections. When did they ever have elections in Jansan? When did they ever have elections in BJP? Was Mr. Nadda elected? Was Mr. Amit Shah elected? So please don't have these double standards.
Okay, sir, can I ask you to respond to my question? I'm unfortunately being told by my producer that I don't have much time on this debate. So it's a question I asked you. Could you respond to it, sir?
And let's talk about democracy now. Running an extortion in the name of electoral bonds is not democracy. Sorry, that's not the kind of democracy India wants. To stop opposition, to take away level playing field, to freeze accounts, for IT department to come out with a notice of 3,500 crores on eve of elections, to have 2 sitting chief ministers being arrested at eve of elections. You want this kind of democracy in India? People of India don't want this kind of democracy because this is not democracy, this is autocracy. That's what it is. So let's not fool anyone. Nobody in India is getting fooled by this authoritarian regime.
Okay, I'll take that question with Mr. Paswan. My question, sir. My question, Mr. Agarwal, is this a united front? Yes, sir.
So let's come to your question. See, there are different parties in India. We try to come together in India Alliance, but in certain states, due to strategic reasons, we have decided not to fight together. Let's say, I'll give you an example of Punjab. Because Punjab, AAP party and Congress are number 1 and number 2 party. If we fought together, we would have given ceded space to BJP and Akali Dal for the future. In Bengal, there were certain issues, but rest assured, even if Mamta ji wins any seats and Congress wins any seats there, they all are seats which are against BJP. So let's understand that. There are certain alliances which will be pre-polled, there are certain alliances which will be postponed.
Okay. Mr. Paswan, I'll ask you to come in quickly over there because unfortunately we've run out of time, but it wouldn't be fair if I don't let him respond. Mr. Paswan, yes.
No, I just want to recommend our senior colleague from the Congress party to read this very nice book, and I'm not trying to promote this book, but this book has been written by a very senior journalist, and once you read this book, once you go through this book, you will realize what has been
Mr. Paswan, my question to you, what Mr. Agarwal pointed out, just a question about you have only 3 allies, ED, CBI, IT department. These are your allies that you're going to the elections with. Mr. Paswan, would you want to respond to that? This is what the Congress is saying.
You see. No, Paulmi, I think, see, as far as the Enforcement Directorate is concerned, I'm sure the Congress party will have problems with it, because the enforcement director is the same agency that has returned to the public exchequer more than 1 lakh crore, more than 20,000 crore. It was the Congress government when Mr. Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, Mehul Choksi, they committed a scam and they ran away. And now,
what happened to Hemant Biswa Sharma case?
Mr. Agarwal, just a moment. Let him complete, because unfortunately, like I said,
no, I think
time, sir.
Answer that question also. You are a friend. Please answer that question.
No, ये लोग व्याकुल हो जाते हैं. कांग्रेस पार्टी के लोग व्याकुल. अरे भाई, आपके पास तर्क नहीं है, पता है. You don't have facts on your side. You don't have any logic. That is why you are interrupting. व्याकुल मत होइए, सर.
मैंने सुना है वो.
Unfortunately, we should have had a more substantiated conversation as far as this is concerned. We will hopefully on another occasion, but that's all that the time that we have as far as this debate is concerned. Mr. Paswan and Mr. Agarwal, thank you so much for joining us on India Today. That's a wrap. Thank you.